Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. And I'd recently done the review for the Hitman's Bodyguard, which came out in 2017, and I had watched it for the second time recently. And that's I did the review for this movie because I knew that this movie is coming out, the sequel, and I really wanted to watch it and give my thoughts about this film. So the sequel to The Hitman's Bodyguard is The Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard, starring once again Ryan Reynolds, Samuel L. Jackson, and in a bigger role than the first movie, Salma Hayek. And Richard E. Grant also has a small role in this. Um, okay, I know for a fact that not a lot of people may like this kind of humor, this kind of loud action and all that stuff. I love it. I found it absolutely hilarious. Um, in its fact, is actually better than the first one. Uh, with quite a few twists in this movie coming in, and I enjoyed it for what it is. It's not meant to be an intellectual film. It's not meant to make you think too much. It is a fun popcorn action flick movie, and two people who are really good at it, Ryan Reynolds and Samuel L. Jackson, they're actually excelling in this movie. They're having a ball, and I'm pretty sure Salma Hayek is having a ball, as is Morgan Freeman, who plays one of the bad guys in this movie. As well as, I'm sorry, forgot to mention, along with Morgan Freeman, you also have as the main bad guy, uh, Antonio Banderas. Okay, all right, and who is Frank Grillo's in this movie as well, playing a what do you call it, Interpol agent as well. So when we start this movie, Michael Bryce is actually under therapy and struggling with the struggling with the events of what happened previously. So his license, his bodyguard license, is actually suspended. So his therapist actually asks him to take a big break and not think about all this stuff, just relax and all that stuff. So he does. He go to this nice beach in Europe and he is relaxing. Unfortunately, Salma Hayek's character, what's her name in this movie? Sonia Kincaid, who is Darius's wife. She comes and says she needs his help because she needs to find, she needs to recover Darius Kincaid, and so she ropes him. Okay, one of the conditions in his sabbatical is that he doesn't want to use guns. So Bryce is like, I don't know how much help I can give you, but of course they get into a lot of trouble. There are some mobsters who's behind them, and they have captured Darius Kincaid. So they go and manage to free him up, and they're trying to get to the fact that there's this man called Aristotle Papadopoulos who he's a Greek multimillionaire, and he wants to destroy the European Union um, because they want to put more sanctions on Greece, and he's a Greek nationalist. So that plan is something that they need to thwart. They basically are roped in by Interpol to because they are caught in a situation where they shouldn't be in, so they roped into it. Bryce says he'll get the help of his dad, played by his adopted dad, his stepfather, played by what Bryce Michael Bryce Senior, his stepfather, and who is actually also a very famous bodyguard, and he is retired, but he is the head of security for Papadopoulos. Bryce doesn't actually know that, so his stepfather actually, betrays them, and they get into more trouble. Salma Hayek finds out that Aristotle Papadopoulos is actually her former lover. She actually played him, but he did kind of fall in love with him. So there's a lot of shooting, a lot of fighting, and towards the end, Papadopoulos is killed by Samuel L. Jackson and Darius Kincaid, and Michael Bryce gets his revenge against his stepdad for betraying him, and they both are killed. They are let go by Frank Grillo, and the funniest part, which I kind of knew was coming in, because Salma Salma Hayek's character, Sonia Kincaid, keeps on going on about having babies, and they can't have babies. The reason they can't have babies is because Michael Bryce happened to have shot Darius Kincaid. This is before they became friends, of course, once, and while on a mission, and it actually ricocheted and hit his nuts, and therefore he can't make kids. So I found them really funny, to be honest. And so she's like obsessed with this, and she likes Bryce quite a lot. She calls him Breeze, something like that. And they keep on talking about becoming kids and all. Sorry, becoming parents and having kids and all that stuff. And Bryce is like uh, almost looking on in horror the fact of these two people having a baby and raising a child and all that stuff. Uh, at the end of the movie, Sonia Kincaid tells them that you have the papers for me to sign, and Frank Grillo's character, who is the Bobby O'Neill, that's the person. He gives the papers for Michael to sign and for them to sign. Bryce thinks that he's getting his license back, but in fact, it is actually adoption papers, so that he is now legally adopted by Sonia and Darius Kincaid, to the horror of both of them. And in the last scene, it is basically like mid credits. Basically, Bryce jumps off the yacht that he's piloting because he can hear Sonia and Darius having sex inside on the yacht. So that's like I said, I know this is not everybody's cup of tea. Some people may not like these kind of gross jokes and all that stuff. It's not really that gross and all that stuff. It's not really that gross. Come on, guys. I mean, this movie is meant for shits and giggles, and well, I was giggling and came close to shitting. I mean, I enjoyed this movie a lot more than I enjoyed I did like the first one as well. I gave this movie an 8 out of 10 for entertainment purpose, for the entertainment that it gave me. Assuming my nose is kind of bothering me right now. And it is fun fest, a lot of humor, a lot of action, a lot of hitting, a lot of shooting, all that stuff, but it is all for fun. And for that, it actually succeeds. So take it with a pinch of salt. I enjoy these kind of films quite a lot. I will be watching and rewatching this movie quite a bit. Yeah, 8 out of 10, man. It was a real blast. I am disappointed that his love interest in the first movie doesn't return. Bryce's love interest in the first movie doesn't return, but it's still a fun movie to watch. Thank you guys. 8 out of 10 for me. Have a good night.